Hello everyone, it's Jared from Aloha Plumbing. I'm going to show you today how to descale a tankless water heater. The water heater that we're looking at today is a Navien. The model is an NR model. This particular unit is an NR188. Now what that means is this unit is a tankless water heater that has a return line in order to circulate the hot water throughout the home to get you that hot water instantaneously. So not only is it a on-demand heater that will provide endless hot water, but it provides instantaneous hot water. Now the information I'm about to show you is not only applicable to a Navien, but any tankless water heater that has what is called a Descale Kit. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you what materials you need to do this and how it's professionally descaled. Now just quickly, a lot of people tell me, well, I heard that I need to have my tankless water heater flushed. And that's nothing like a tank type water heater where you just hook a water hose onto it, you turn it on and you blow out the sediment. A tankless heater actually needs to be descaled with a descaling agent. So let's take a look. First of all, let me show you what you're going to need in order to descale the unit. First, you're going to need a descaling agent. I like to use vinegar. Now this is the distilled white vinegar at 9% acidity. It's a high acidity. Works really, really well, and it's really inexpensive. There are all kinds of descaling agents out there. Some of them are anywhere from $10 to $20 a gallon. Some of them ranging up to $40 a gallon. And it'll descale your unit 2 or 3 times, but it's still really high. You can buy this at your local grocery store for a couple of bucks, and you only need 2 per unit. Next thing you're going to need is a bucket to put the descaling agent, in this instance vinegar. And as you can see, Floe is a company that makes not only the descaling agent, but they make this nifty little bucket with a nice little pump with a high price tag. I don't recommend using it, I just utilize the bucket. You will need a pump in order to pump the descaling agent, and what I've done is I've retrofitted this fitting. I'll get up close here for you. It's got a bushing and then a fitting that goes to water hose connection. You're then going to need 2 washing machine hoses, or at least one and another hose with dual water hose connections on each end. Now here's the most important thing that you will need on your water heater. If you look right here on this water heater, it has what is called a Descale Kit. That is what is needed in order to descale the unit. It doesn't matter what brand of water heater, you need a Descale Kit. So you've got an isolation valve, you've got a port here in order to flush the chemical through. You've got an isolation valve here and a port for the descale solution to come out. If you have this on your unit, no matter what brand it is, you can descale your water heater. Now like I said, this unit has a recirculation pump in it. So in order to descale the unit, we need to isolate that line, and the only way to do that is to get inside the unit. So we're going to open it up. This unit has 4 screws on the outside. Most traditional tankless heaters do. Now, if yours doesn't have a return line, you can just skip this. So now that we have the cover off, you can see inside the unit, this is the recirculation pump. This is completely something different you don't see inside of a tankless heater. But if you're dealing with a Navien, especially with the NR model, right down inside here, there's an isolation valve to isolate it from the water being an exterior circulation to interior that will isolate when we descale this. And it says in and out. There's a little tab touching out. We're going to turn it to in. I'll get up close, let you see that. A screwdriver in it and turn it to the word in. Got a screwdriver in it. I'm just going to give it a turn. And that's that. We've isolated the return line. What we want to focus on now is the actual connecting of our pump in order to descale this system. You can see there are some ball valves here First thing we need to do is turn the power off to the unit. We're going to turn off the outgoing water, the incoming water, and that's going to isolate the unit. So the idea is to circulate this descaling agent through the unit, so we don't want the water to go past here or past here. We've isolated the return line, so we want to follow the same direction of flow. Take one of our hoses, hook it to each of these connections. I personally go ahead and drain the water out of it. We're going to take that hot one, run it back into the bucket, just returning back in. Then we're going to take the one that connects to the pump. We're actually going to hook it up to the pump. And then we're going to open up our vinegar, pour it in. Okay. So we have the power off to the unit, right? We have our hoses connected, making the loop. We've got the pump pumping into the coal. We open up the small valves that are on these inlets here where the water hose connections are on our Descale Kit. We've got the pump pumping it in, and this line returning back into the bucket with the vinegar solution in the bucket. Now we're just going to plug it in and let it go. If we look down here at our bucket, we can double check to make sure that it is pumping through, because it's coming back from this hose. So it's pumping up in and it's coming back right here. That means we're circulating that vinegar solution through. That's what we want to do. 30 minutes is what the manufacturer recommends. If you're doing this at home, you're willing to go buy these products and do this yourself, let it run for a good hour or so. It's not going to hurt anything. In fact, it's a great luxury. You have the time to do it. I usually only let them run 30 minutes at home because we do it regularly and we keep up with that. But it won't hurt anything to let it run longer. So we'll check back in a few after this gets through.